Figma Config blew everyone's mind away. From animation tools to shaders to AI updates, which are actually useful and not really gimmicky at all. Let me quickly summarize all the amazing features that they launched and also give my honest opinions and thoughts at the end. I will be covering a lot of these features in full tutorial videos coming in the next few weeks, so make sure you subscribe and let's move on. Alright, so the first feature we're looking at is Figma Motion. This is a dedicated part of Figma which you can access directly from a switch at the bottom. If you're familiar with After Effects, this sort of works exactly like that with a proper timeline, and whenever you switch into motion mode and select something, these nice little handles pop up, move elements around, resize them, change their effects, and if you right click and say add motion, you can even add a bunch of pre-made or preset animations to any element. And yes, you can add these keyframe animations using Figma Make or Figma agents inside the canvas as well. So if you don't want to spend a lot of time on making custom stuff, you can ask the AI to do it for you as well. They've also added something called Motion System, which is essentially part of your design system and allows you to basically create these presets for later use or for use in other elements across your projects. And they have given two new export options. One is to be able to export any frame with an animation as a GIF, MP4, WebM, as well as an animated SVG, in case you just want to share it with, say, a stakeholder or your team. And for code, there's an option as well. Inside the Motion tab, you'll have a list as well as a code. The next big announcement, which I think is super underrated, every designer is more excited for this feature than Figma Motion, is Generative Plugins. Now inside Figma Make or with Figma agents, you will be able to create a custom plugin. You can go into Figma AI on the left panel and there'll be a create option. Or you can be contextual with it and ask Figma agent inside, say, a frame. And for example, you want to create a graph creator, which would allow you to import, say, an Excel sheet. You can ask it to create a plugin as complex as that as well. Or if you want to organize a large set of images into a grid, you can ask it to make a custom plugin for that. Whatever you want to automate or a plugin that you want your team to use, you can create it here. It will now show up inside this tools panel on the left. Code layers is something that was missing inside Figma for so long. This is very similar to what Framer has or Webflow has, where you can have a custom coded element inside your design. You can ask Figma AI or Figma agent to quickly just convert, say, text into a cool hover animation using code, and it will allow you to do it. You can ask it to add a custom timer for, say, a sales section, and it will add a custom timer that actually works with code. And all these coded elements you can then export as well later on. This also allows you to connect your designs into Figma Make much easier without having to leave your canvas essentially. And yes, you can tweak the code manually if you're a developer. We now have a new option in the fills panel. Now shader fills allows you to select from many preset shaders, effects like complex gradients, water effects, cloud effects, dither effects, and whatnot are now a part of this shaders. And what's cool is that you can either generate your own fills using AI just by explaining what kind of shader you'd like, or you can actually import an image and ask Figma to create something similar to that in a shader format. Each shader also comes with its own properties. So anytime you apply a new shader, it will give you custom properties, say refraction for a glass shader. Figma Weave integration is also now here. I won't spend too much time on this, but if you've ever used Figma Weave to create custom effects, custom graphics, custom videos and whatnot, that is now available inside Figma Canvas. Rather than having to go into Figma Weave as a separate tool, you now have it here as well. They're also announced that they're working on a new animation feature, which will soon be a part of Figma Motion, is 3D transforms. For all the OGs who used Adobe XD and had 3D transforms built into it, this is now also coming into Figma. Now, this might not seem like a big deal, but 3D transform in a 2D tool, that means we might get a lot more 3D transform, 3D effects, as well as 3D motion inside Figma very soon. Now that was a quick overview of all the things that they announced. There are a few smaller things that I might be missing, so I'll have a link in the description to read through it. But what are my opinions? For the past few years, Figma has shifted into a more we are still a design tool mode. They've launched more design-centric, more useful, less gimmicky features, which is a relief since last year was more about just AI everywhere. For a company which is trying to impress the stakeholders and shareholders and also trying to keep the designers happy, this is definitely a move in the right direction for sure. Now, there are things I am a little disappointed by as well. It's not all sunshine here. Is the fact that they're shifting a lot of their features behind the AI. So it might not be an AI feature on paper, but it's sort of hidden or sort of connected to Figma AI Agent or Figma Make. For a lot of the free users and students, etc., this might not be the best moves. Having at least a limitation on what you can do with AI is still better than not allowing people to use the AI tool at all. Let me know in the comments what you think about this Figma update. Are you expecting something more? Are you disappointed with something? Or are you completely happy and satisfied with everything that they've launched? Let me know in the comments. And I'll see you in the next video every week. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. I'll see you in the next one. God bless.